It is a heartbreaking scene here on the corner of Kermer Street in Washington Avenue. Gulfport Coroner Brian Switzer confirms that one woman has died. Now, I'm here just taking a seat back real quick, just painting a pumpkin, having a good time. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rest of the scene about what's going on. Get a look at this. Me and Hunter, we have been painting pumpkins. We have been really getting to the fall spirit.
Good, right? It's all low fat. All the calories have been taken out.
Oh,
it's amazing. Yes.
Now, tell us just a little bit about what it means to you to see the community come out and just really take part of something like this.
So Kiwanis' major goal every year is to give as much back to the youth in Gulfport as we can.
Really just getting a peek at this, you have dachshunds dressed as reindeer, shoveling snow from certain movie characters. It's really nonstop here, but it's really great. 30 drivers are showing us what they got, and they're burning some smoke. Now, I'm about to move out of the frame for just a second. They're having one car coming in, and they're about to hose down the area and get this car on their way. But while they're setting up, let's take a look at this crowd. Look at the hundreds of people who are coming out. Residents across the Gulf Coast gathering here in front of the Gulfport Police Department. Now, this group tells me that they are just out here asking GPD for body cam footage and store surveillance video from the Family Dollar store. Now, the director for the Center of Hope tells me when temperatures start to drop, it's all hands on deck to ensure that people have a warm place to lay their heads. As we move closer toward those cooler temperatures, this can also be an invitation for those illnesses. Now, health experts here at Alpha Care Urgent Care tell me that they are noticing a steady trend in positive case numbers. The mobile enforcement team has recovered a significant amount of narcotic substances since May. Now, let's take a look at those numbers. Met seized over 5,500 doses of fentanyl, 3.5 ounces of heroin. It is definitely the Christmas spirit here in Picayune at the Christmas parade put on by the Women's Civic Club. Now, just take a look behind me. Floats are lining the streets. People are excited here for the parade. People in the Gulfport community continue to mourn the loss of 15-year-old Jaheim McMillan. McMillan's loved ones are still distraught over this sudden loss. The Bay St. Louis community comes together tonight to commemorate two fallen officers killed in the line of duty, Sergeant Stephen Robin and Officer Brandon Estorff. The Bay High Stadium was lit all over to help honor their legacy.
You know, nobody wants to be out here. We don't want to be out here. But if we don't do it, who will? Marquel Bridges walks 15th Street with this message. Gulf Coast residents line the front of the Gulfport Police Department with one request.
You know, just release the information, release the footage.
We don't want to guess. We don't want to put any false accusations on the police department. Just show us, and then no one has to wonder what happened.
Signs labeled with phrases like "Justice for Jaheim," "No justice, no peace," and "Release the video." And this group aren't the only ones waiting for information into the incident. We are too. WLOX News has filed a public records request with the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. This request was denied because this is still an ongoing investigation.
To take a loss like this in the community, it's really hard.
It was just heartbreaking to see them like that.
To hear a mother grieve like she grieved yesterday was, I can't even put it in words.
Family and friends of McMillan says they will continue their fight.
You know, he didn't deserve this. He was a really nice kid. He was real sweet. Like, he just wanted to live and have fun.
That's all we want is clarification. That's all we asking for.
In Gulfport, Stephanie Poole, WLOX News Now. A full house and a set list of crowd favorites. The dynamic trio Chapel Heart blows the stage away at Ground Zero Blues Club in downtown Biloxi. Poplarville natives come from humble beginnings after years of working up to a national platform on America's Got Talent and placing as a top 5 finalist. They're grateful to return to Mississippi to share their voices.
It always feels amazing coming back home, especially South Mississippi, because the love that is shown is absolutely incredible.
Hundreds singing along to originals like The Girls Are Back in Town and For Mississippi's. One group member even hints new music might be on the way.
We decided to redo Fifth City, so we finally got to the studio and we finally got it laid down, and we're excited. We're going to be releasing that in 23, and there's just so much more music. We are working on album number 3.
Chapel Heart has graced the stage at multiple venues across the country. They say their group wouldn't be where it is today without the support from the Magnolia State.
The support that we've received from our fans is incomparable to anything else. Like Danica said it earlier, and it's so true. We have people who have literally followed us from the times we were singing on the street and in backyards, and from there to the Opry and everywhere in between.
We always say Mississippi loud and proud, and they never let us down. Our folks never let us down.
Today, the Bay St. Louis Police Department is brokenhearted, and our spirits may be crushed. But we who remain will remember our fallen brothers, and we will not give up the fight.
These deep words spoken by Police Chief Tony Swartz. He remembers the 12-year veteran, Sergeant Stephen Robin, and Officer Brandon Estorff as selfless and brave. His words reflecting onto the crowd of supporters in wake of this horrific loss.
It's a sad time, really. It's a sad time for our community.
Leaders around the city took to the podium to share brief messages of the lives of Robin and Estorff. Friends and family listening to the rich hymn sounding out.
Yeah, it could have been my son, Just said I'm really sorry for the family having to go through this. Like I said, my son worked with these fellas, and it's tough.
And finally, candles illuminate Bay High Stadium.
You hear these things don't happen in Bay St. Louis, or these things don't happen in small town Mississippi, and now we have to come together to help each other because it did happen.
Dr. Amy Nikes, principal of Bay High School, says this is the time to lean on a neighbor.
Just hopefully to provide a little peace and comfort to our community and to our law enforcement and to the families of the two officers who lost their lives in order to hopefully help with a little bit of healing.